you know.
I wanted to chat a little bit about your kind of your upbringing as well. You're from Louisiana, a small town called Mandeville, right?
Yes, Mandeville, Louisiana. It's right outside of New Orleans, about 30 minutes north on the longest bridge you've ever been on, the Causeway.
Pontchartrain, yeah, the
Lake
Pontchartrain.
Pontchartrain, yep. Somebody was asking me yesterday, they said, "Oh my gosh, you don't have the New Orleans accent. How do you explain that?" I said, "The dialect is lost on the bridge. I can't explain it. I don't know. I just people we don't have that like Boston sounding Brooklyn question. It kind of sounds like a little Brooklyny, you
I feel
know?
like the South is hard to kind of determine where people are from anyway, right? Like, I mean, maybe that's just me being from the North, but like, I can't tell like Maryland from Texas. I mean, I could probably tell Texas,
Totally.
but
Yes, I
I've been
really
in Texas for a long time, so it'd probably be easier for me there. I wanted to ask you a little bit because I know that you're heavily into traditional country music and you have a lot of soul and edge in your country as well. But like being from right outside of New Orleans, was the music scene in New Orleans kind of an influence on you as well? Kind of that jazzy feel?
I really do. I think it was. I think it was super helpful for me to grow up in a place that was so filled with music. But
Mm-hmm.
what I love most about Louisiana is that they don't have boundaries. We don't know what that is. We don't do that. We don't have like a box at all in
Yeah.
life. We don't do box in life. We don't do it with cooking. We don't do it with parties. We just don't do boxes. We have a good time. We love people for who they are. We treat people, all people, with love and respect. And as long as you're, kind and loving, we don't do all that. People in Louisiana are fun and lighthearted, and they have very much love for the arts and for looking at cooking as an art. So growing up there and going down into the French Quarter as a young child, going to Mardi Gras, seeing the bands walking by with the horns and the fun and the dancing and the freedom,
Yeah. The
that
different
especially
cultures,
women.
all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, and especially women, man. I tell you, women get to dance and have fun and cut loose and drink daiquiris, and we just get to be fun. Women in Louisiana are the most fun, I feel.
Mhm.
We have a great time. We try to not do all that drama and all that nonsense. We love people and kindness and good food. And if there's a red beans and rice going, why do you need drama?
Yep. I agree. I agree. I'm glad you're kind of on the same page as me with like not being in a box musically and even non musically and having that in kind of in your toolbox as an artist.